Hey, Chris from AV.technology. I'm here with David Claringbold from D&B Audiotechnik. David, I thought I'd just quickly catch up at InfoComm 25 to, I guess, test the pulse of D&B at the moment. It seems to be doing okay. Do you want to talk about where CCL's at and I guess whether it's sort of met expectations?
Yeah, okay, so CCL is our compact cardioid liner rate. It's the latest medium-scale system that we brought into the market, building on our SL heritage in terms of broadband directivity control. But CCL is a passive system, so a single-channel amplifier to enable full broadband cardioid performance from the system, which is
it's an engineering feat.
Really an amazing achievement, which has been achieved through, acoustic voodoo inside the box, but also DSP smarts and very intelligent acoustic design. So we're featuring that here in the Chapin Theatre. It's quite a large demonstration space we have here to show the system. We're also featuring, or we've launched here, the 25D and D25 amplifier platform, so that's just a step below our 40D and D40 series, which is targeted at running CCL at its capacity, but at a very more accessible price point.
How's it like a perfect fit for CCL?
Well, I mean, the system configurations are there inside the amplifier for whatever configuration you want to do. It's a fully enabled D&B amplifier, so full DSP capacity, fully Milan enabled, and power output to produce full capacity of the CCL system.
So how many 25Ds? Well, it's putting
depends on the configuration.
Typical.
Yeah, if you want to have it array processed or not array processed, if you want a daisy chain, so that's really,
it's lowering the price.
It lowers the price of entry, particularly for installations. Maybe for people who are doing mobile work and have V systems or XSL systems or whatever in their inventory, they might want to stick with the 40D. But for the kind of more smaller regional applications or for specific installs, 25D, D25 provides a very cost-effective entry price to run a CCL system.
Let's talk about Soundscape. It's now obviously a mature product, cropping up in places. I guess, where are we at with that, and how are you supporting it with your software offering?
There's been quite a bit has happened this year. First of all, we've launched scalable versions of the software, so you can have a Soundscape large, if you like, so with a lot more output configurations. You have the standard 64 by 64, which we launched the matrix configuration with, or we have a Soundscape small, so you can have a smaller configuration with the requisite step points in price. We've also introduced a redundancy package for that, so with people who have an existing DS100 who want to purchase a redundant system, we have a price point for that. We've also launched a custom rooms service, so we have examples. So here in the US, Stanford University is an example where the orchestra was rehearsing in their main performance hall. They wanted to use that hall for other things other than rehearsals. They wanted to put performances in there, so they moved the orchestra to another room. We came across and we measured the main performance room and we recreated that performance room in a rehearsal room. And that's a custom room service that we provide. We've done that in other places, Japan, in the UK we've done it, and in Italy as well.
What does an XXL version of Soundscape look like? Could you give an example of why you would need more than 64 by 64?
Well, most of the Broadway musicals are 120 inputs is probably a minimum. Yeah, so it's probably more the input side where you need the numbers than the output side, but of course both are better. So we have had people before, working with multiple systems and going, okay, well the orchestra's on this system, on this DS100, and the vocals are on this DS100. Now that can be a bit more seamlessly integrated. Also at InfoComm here, we've launched Create Control, which is our new user interface and configuration tool for the creative element of Soundscape. So R1 was previously your window into Soundscape, which is very much a system configuration tool. So now we've kind of separated that system configuration view from the creative development of and mixing of content. So offline, whether you be in your hotel or your tour bus or your rehearsal room or whether you may be, you can fully program and configure your system and bring it in. You can also scale it actively in real time if you need to kind of move the content in and out of a frame.
We've talked in the past about how soundscape and immersive has to be driven more by creatives than it does by technical people. I guess you frame it that way. Where are we at with that? You know, from a global perspective and your sort of bird's eye view of the industry, do you feel that it's getting there?
Look, I think adoption. I mean, obviously we're introducing something that's a completely new concept to the market. There's a huge cultural element to this about what is a system, and how should a system perform. And the value proposition that we have with Soundscape is something that you need to get across, not just in technical terms, but you need to get across in terms of a creative possibility. Now an artistic director mightn't want to say, well, I need a soundscape system with 128 I/O or what. They're not going to say that, but what they say is, I want to do a performance in this space, and the performers are going to be everywhere, and the audience is going to be here. They are usually working with sound designers or front of house mixers or whatever it might be, who then go, actually the tool I need to do that is Soundscape. Now, pretty much every theatre on earth has got a distributed sound system in it.
Sure.
And so the ability to kind of control that sound system, configure that sound system, time align that sound system, and then mix on that sound system is something that sound designers have been doing, forever. A tool like Soundscape just makes that a seamless integration into their workflow. Whatever console they're using, whatever workstation they're using, whatever show control system they're using, Soundscape just allows that all as a seamless, singular workflow. So we're kind of solving a problem for those people.
Sure.
I think the big opportunity, and I think you're seeing this not just within D&B, you're seeing it around the place, is the acoustics element, because venues are looking for multiple uses of their spaces or multiple versions of their spaces. In the work that I do, talking with arts companies and venue managers who are non-technical, they all talk about this. So this tells me, okay, this is just something that we need to now connect to the right people. And it's not about having a technical to technical discussion. It's really about what is your vision for your performance, what is your vision for your venue, and then we are providing a kind of a solution for that to happen.
It's good, David. Thank you. I appreciate your expertise as ever. And
I want to talk about a couple of other things.
David, can you fill us in with a couple of other things? That'd be awesome.
What's the segue there? A couple of things I think D&B are highlighting here at InfoComm. One is headroom calc. So headroom calc is a component within array calc, which is how you configure and plan and simulate your D&B system. And headroom calc allows you to import the audio program that you might be using. Maybe it's your kind of standard reference track, or maybe it's your kind of mixed track from the artist that you're working with or whatever, and see in a time domain, what headroom do you have in the system design? What's the benefit of that? The benefit of that is you get the most efficient system design configuration that you need, and you also know that when you stood in front of the faders, that you're going to be able to go to the level that you want to go. Also new in array calc, we have patch plan. So with Milan fully integrated into the D&B system architecture now, the ability to kind of monitor and visualize your stream flow is now there in array calc. So I think they're both very important tools for system techs and designers to have under their control within the D&B world.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate you mentioning that. Thank you. We'll look forward to seeing you down under next time you're there. You
Next
get
time
home
I'm
much?
back. Well, yeah, I'll be back in the second half of the year. I don't know for how long.
Well, come along to Integrate.
I'll be at Integrate for
Great.
sure.
See you there.
Okay, fantastic.